Hello, everyone. My name is Sebastian Godoy, and I am a support staff member for Shots at the Shop. And today I'm going to be walking everyone through how to enroll in the class and a general overview of what the modules look like. So if you haven't had the chance to enroll in the class, this is a perfect video that'll give everyone step-by-step instructions on how to enroll in the class. Before we get started up, I really recommend that everyone use the search engine Google Chrome because it gives the least issues. So once we're using Chrome, the very first page that we're going to start working on is this one right here that I'm circling with my cursor. We get to that page by using this link here at the bottom that you can find in your listserv emails. So once we get to this page, we want to go ahead and click this blue button that says Enroll. So once we click on that button, it'll take us to a page that looks something like this. Before we can enroll in the class, there are a few things we need to do. So one of the very first things that we need to do is create an associate account. And we do that by clicking this highlighted bit of text in blue. It says create an associate account. So once we click on that, we'll come to a window like this. And here we'll go ahead and fill out our first names, our last names, email, confirm the same email that you put in this box here, and a phone number. After you've filled out all the information in this box, you go ahead and click this button that says Submit. Once you click that button, it'll take you to a page that looks something like this. There are two things that you need to do on this page. The very first one is that you need to click yes on this box to accept the use of information technology resources. Once you've clicked yes, you'll go ahead and click this accept button. Once you click that button, you can go to your email and you will see an email that looks a little something like this. And from there, you will go ahead and click the link at the bottom of the email. Once you've clicked on that link, it will take you to a page that looks like this. It says password setup. And from here, you will put in a password and you put in the same password here. Just as a heads up, the password has to be a bare minimum of 8 characters and no more than 32. It must have an uppercase letter, a lowercase letter, a number, and a special character like an exclamation point or a pound sign. I recommend making the passwords one that is easy to remember since the course is so small. So once we put in the same password in both boxes, we go ahead and click this button here that says update password. Once we click that button, we will get this green banner that says we successfully made an associate account. So from there, we're going to go back to the top of our screen and click the other tab to go back to the page a couple pages we were just on. So once you click on that tab, it'll take you to this page that we saw before. And then from here, we need to sign into our account. So we do that by clicking this text highlighted in blue that says sign in here. Once we click that, we will see a page that looks like this. So for your directory ID, this is the email address that you used to make your associate account. So we put that email address here. This is the password that you created a couple slides back. And once you put in both of those or filled out both of those boxes, you can go ahead and click this button that says log in. Once you've done that, you will be directed back to this page. And the last two things you need to do are click this box here. So you get a green check mark that says I am not a robot. And then you click this button that says enroll in course. So from there, you can go back to your email and you will get an email that looks like this that says you are now enrolled in the COVID-19 rapid response training for barbers and stylists. So from there, you will click the blue button at the bottom of the email that says access your dashboard. So once you clicked on that button, you will be taken to a page that looks like this. And this shows which courses you're enrolled in. So everyone should be enrolled in the COVID-19 rapid response training for barbers and stylists. So now we have successfully made an associate account and enrolled in the course. Now we can go through all the modules. I went ahead and set up my computer so it looks exactly like what everyone will see on their end. So let's go through the modules. And we do that by clicking this blue button that says begin course. and that will take us to Elms. Elms will look a little something like this. This is our home page. So from here, there is a quick Shots at the Shop introduction video. After everyone has watched that, we'll go ahead and click this button that says Start Here. It'll take you to a welcome page where there's a 13-minute introduction hosted by Dr. Reed Tuckson. After you have watched that video, these couple of paragraphs are just, again, an overview of the modules and what is expected. And one important thing that we need to remember to do on this page is to click on this highlighted text that says pre-training confidence assessment. So we click on that link and it takes us to a page that looks like this. And so this is essentially a survey before you do the modules to see if there will be a difference after you've completed all the modules. So you go ahead and fill out all the information that it asks on the page, and it'll ask you a series of questions, and you keep filling out information until there will be a thank you message. And you go through each page by just clicking this box with an arrow. So we'll get out of that for just a second and we'll continue on. I just wanted to highlight this little area at the bottom of this welcome page. These are 2 great emails to reach out to if you ever have any questions about getting your certificate, or you're having technology problems, and these are 2 great resources. So let's go ahead and continue. So the next page is if you have watched the live trainings, or if you have attended a live training, you can go ahead and skip this page. If you haven't, please take the time to watch these couple of videos. And this is a great space where we frequently asked questions, and there are more tutorials on helping anyone that has any issues with setting up their Elms account. So once you've interacted with this page, you'll go ahead and click this button at the bottom that says Next. And now we are going to go through the very first module. So the very first one's called Shots at the Shop Training. And most of the modules will have 2 parts. And so in the very first one, there are a couple of videos, and then there's a survey. You need to make sure to watch each video and then complete the survey. So you complete the survey by clicking this button that says Module 1 Survey. And it'll take you to a page like this. Just as a heads up, this is not a test or a quiz by any means. This is just a chance for us to give everyone an opportunity to say what they think about the things they saw in the videos, and whether it will work in their shops. We want as much feedback as possible because we want to make a program that's really going to impact a large community. So in this case, I have just filled in a little bit of gibberish, but I will make sure to walk everyone through what an empty answer looks like. So I just went ahead again and filled in a little bit of gibberish, and I hit a button at the bottom that said Submit Quiz. And like I said, this is not graded. This is not a formal quiz or a test or anything. It is just to get your feedback. And like you saw, I got a 2 out of 2, which means I completed the survey. So from here, you'll go ahead and click this button that says Modules. And it will take you to this page. So what I walked you through was the very first part of Module 1, Shots at the Shop here. And you saw that we completed everything. So there's a check mark here and a check mark here. And there's typically a second part to a module. So I'll go ahead and click on that. And the second part of the module just gives extra information in case you need more resources or more information. So let's go back to modules. And I just wanted to walk everyone through one more module. So we'll go ahead and do module 2, COVID-19 vaccines. It's called What We Need to Know. So in this module, you'll see that we have another video to watch, and then there is another survey. So I'll go ahead and click Module 2 Survey. I'll go ahead and click this button here, this red button. This is Resume Survey. And then this is an example of what an empty survey looks like. Again, this is just an opportunity to offer your thoughts and feedback so that we can make the best possible program. So you would fill out your thoughts here and your thoughts here. And then once you have completed both, you'll hit Submit Quiz. Once you've done that, you'll go ahead and go back to modules. And you can see that you can start and stop a quiz. Like that is totally fine. So when we go back to our module page, does everyone see where there's this green check mark here and here? Each of the 5 modules needs to have a green check mark in order to complete the course. So in order to get that, I'm going to go back into module 2. Again, it's called What We Need to Know. And at this point, I have already completed watching the video and filling out the survey. So I can go right here, and there's this little box that says Mark is done. I'll go ahead and click that, and it says done. You can either click the box up at the top or the box down at the bottom. You can do one, you can do both. Just make sure that one is completed. So now that we finished module 2, I would go back to my modules page. And then from there, I would interact with the second portion of the modules. So like I said, there are 5 modules overall. So in order to complete the course, everyone needs to go through all 5 modules. And at the end, there is going to be a post-training competence assessment. So I'll go ahead and click that. And it takes me to another window. And it is very similar to the pre-training competence assessment that we did at the very beginning before doing the modules. So I'll go ahead and exit out of that. And then there's one last step to do. So once you've exited from that page, you can just click this button here that says next. And then the very last thing that everyone needs to do is click this red box that says resume survey. And then there will be a very simple yes or no question. Once you have filled out that question, you go ahead and hit submit. And then that is all of the course. So from there, you can go back to your email and you will find a message that says certificate earned. That means that you have completed everything. So you have done all 5 surveys, the pre and post-training competence assessment. We need to do all of those 7 items in order to get our certificate. So from there, once we get this message, we can click on this blue box that says view certificate. And from there, it will take us to a page that looks like this. So again, this was just a certificate, or rather, this was a demo, but it will say your name up here, and then COVID-19 rapid response training for barbers and stylists. And this is the certificate that you can download by simply clicking this downward facing arrow, and it'll download as a PDF. So that's the training. Please let us know if anyone has any questions or concerns or can't enroll in the course. Another really good email to use is hair@umd.edu. And again, please let us know if anyone has any questions. We are more than happy to help. Thank you so much.